That's a nice creamy brown headlight you put in there, Harley. Looks good. Thank goodness we have alternatives. Hey everybody, I'm Steve, service technician for Advanblack, and today I'm going to be showing you guys something pretty cool, something new that Advanblack's got on the website, and we're going to be putting it on this 2016 freewheeler back here. It's very easy, and it's something that you can do at home, and it's going to make a tremendous improvement in your lighting and visibility. Guys, if you bought any kind of Harley in the past, you will know that the Harleys come out with just a stock incandescent bulb headlight. That's one thing Harley has not jumped on board with, because they know that you can go out and spend $600 on a day maker from Harley and they make more money. They're providing you with a street legal light, and that's it. It meets the bare requirements to be a headlight on the front of your bike, and they know that, and then they also sell their LED version. This is the 7-inch day maker style headlight. It has the white LED halo that goes around it. We have this in a black background, and we also have this in a chrome background. Guys, you can literally put any color you want on the background of these. It doesn't matter. It's the style of headlight that it is. It's a projector headlight. The light is actually in there, and you can see the big fish-eye lens that actually gives you the projection out from that LED. And we also have these in black or chrome in the 4.5 version. So if you have the 2 auxiliary lights on the side of your headlight, that's what these are for. This light is going to provide a 6000K bright white light. I'm going to show you a Kelvin chart here. Harley is down here in the brown range, and we're up here in the 6000K bright white range. So if you see any K values to lights, that's what they're talking about. Bright white LED, not that dingy brown color that comes stock on the Harleys. So I've preached LEDs a lot in my videos. Upgrading your headlight and your turn signals to LEDs is a win-win for everybody. Not only can you see better, but everybody can see you better. They don't just see that brown dingy headlight, they have this 6000K bright white light shining right in their face. So us living out here in deer country, and I know a lot of our viewers do as well, increasing your visibility on the sides of the roads is a gain. You can see those animals at a farther distance, and that gives you more time to prepare, you know, depending on what they're gonna do. This style headlight does include a buzz-free technology, so you don't have to worry about any interference with your radio. A lot of the cheaper LED headlights that are on the market, you plug them in, you hit your radio on, and you've got a lot of static and buzzing going on in your radio, and that's interference with your headlight. These include the buzz-free technology in there, so you don't have to worry about that. Shock and vibration resistant LEDs are included, and of course, a tough polycarbonate external lens. You don't have to worry about rocks or anything like that hitting it and busting your headlight. So before you purchase this, there's a couple of things that you need to be aware of and select the right headlight for you. We have the 14 to 20 plug and play model that comes with its own wiring harness. 94 to 13 is going to require a separate mounting bracket. And then the Road King models, say like this freewheeler back here, the front of this is actually just a Road King front end. So you've got a different headlight housing up here. That's going to require a different unbelievable, man. And I said earlier in the beginning of the video, I was going to show you guys how to install this on a Street Glide Batwing fairing. There's not much difference than this. You've got one set screw at the bottom, you pull that ring off, and then you'll see the screws inside there to pull the retaining ring off to go ahead and get to your headlight and pull it out. On the Road King models like this, or freewheeler that has this style headlight, it's kind of the same thing. We're going to move the camera over here and get this installed. So the very first thing you want to do is protect your fender. There's a lot of chances of dropping screws, retainers, rings, and even the headlight when you're installing one of these. So if you don't have a fender bib like this, just go ahead and throw a towel or a blanket or something over your fender. So the first thing you want to do is remove the beauty ring that's on the outside here. You got a Phillips screw right down here at the bottom. You're going to pull that out. Take that screw out. Now from here, you're just going to push on the tab the screws in and twist it just like that and pull it off. From here, you have 3 more screws for the retaining ring. Now these are a little shorter, so they come out really quick. Now this one actually holds the headlight in, So we're gonna make sure that we keep a hold of the headlight so it doesn't fall down. We're gonna pull the retaining ring off. Set that to the side. And from here, we can pull the headlight straight out, reach into the back. On the back side of this, you just got two pieces that you push in and wiggle to unplug this. Just unplug it just like that. So with it unplugged, you can see the freewheeler has an H4 plug. So with the freewheeler, we're not gonna need any adapter. The back of this simply plugs into the wire harness that's already there. So we're gonna go ahead and plug this in. If you have that style headlight that's on this freewheeler and you want that halo to stay on constantly, all you have to do is clamshell that into an accessory on wire. Right here on the side of your neck, you can pull this wire out just like this and it goes to your blinker assembly. If you trace that up, it just attaches right to the side of the neck. You can push that forward and bring that whole thing down just like that. So this blue wire on your outer edge is going to be your accessory on, purple will be your blinker, and then the black of course will be the ground. If we run this back to this blue wire, we'll have a constant on wire. So we want to just go ahead and put this in. So we'll be able to take this red wire, this is the wire that's going to go up to our headlight, slide that in, slide this over the blue wire, which is your accessory wire. We can clamp that down. So we have this clamshelled onto the side of the blue wire that goes to our right turn signal. We run this long wire up through our headlight bezel. We come out. The spade connector here is going to connect to the back of the headlight for your halo ring. If we touch this, you can see that we have power. If we hit the blinker, it does not blink. If you connect it to the middle wire, the purple wire, it will blink. But right now, we just have accessory on and off. So if I turn the key off, power goes off. We take our red wire that we ran through the back of the bezel and we plug it in. Now this is going to give our halo constant power all the time, whether or not you're on low beam or high beam. So you have halo on low beam, halo on high beam. So once you get that clamshelled onto that accessory wire, you run your excess wire up here. When you come through the headlight bezel, this is 10. That edge of that hole is really sharp. So if you can, put some electric tape or something around that wire or Tesa tape to protect it from rubbing on the edge of that sharp hole, because the wire harness that comes from Harley already has a rubber grommet on it. So you're gonna have to like kind of pull that through and then run your wire through. But to protect that edge, go ahead and put some tape around it. Now to figure out the orientation of your headlight, just look at the words. It's DOT SAE, goes up to where you can read it. That's how it gets installed. You want to take your retainer ring, put that back in place. Now remember guys, this is not adjusting the headlight. Once you have it back in place, it will be exactly where it needs to be. You're going to take your beauty ring, remember, about a quarter of a turn, put it back on till it falls in place. Turn the tab down till it lines up with the bottom tab. Everything is secured. Put your bottom beauty ring screw in, snug it down. On a Batwing fairing install, you're going to have this plug right here. If you see the dual prong plug sticking out, follow that wire back until you find it single and unplug it. Your new wire harness will plug into there. Your headlight will then install into the prong on the adapter, and then you're going to take your red wire for your halo and plug it into the blue. And as you can see, the halo will stay on the low beam and the high beam. So that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty easy install, like I said in the beginning of the video. The only tool we needed was a Phillips screwdriver. Whether you have the Batwing fairing or like this Road King front end, it's very simple. You have a beauty ring that you have to take off, and then you have a retaining ring, and then the headlight comes right out. So the only thing is you have to pick the correct wire harness that you need for your bike. And remember, on this style, you have two different options on the Halo. So if your bike's like this one and we didn't need a wiring adapter to plug it in, it just plugged right in. For the Halo light, remember, you can clamshell into the low beam wire, but when you kick the high beam on, it will go off, or you can clamshell into any other accessory wire on your bike. So hopefully that video comparison showed you guys the old brown standard stock headlight versus the upgraded LED. Huge improvement. Like I said, it's one of the very first things that we change on any bike that we get in here. We get rid of that stock headlight, and now you can purchase one from Advanblack. We have the ones without the halo, we have them with the halo, so you guys can get on there, choose which one you want, choose the right accessories that you need for your bike, whether it be an adapter ring or a wire harness, and then go from there. It's very easy. If you have any questions on this, leave it down in the comment section down below, and I'll try to help you the best that I can. Or you can jump over to Advanblack's website, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see parts and installation. You can call that number, and I will help you there. But I'm going to get out of here and get back to work until the next video. As always, be safe and keep your knees in the breeze.